I'm in Salad and I saw 10 Cloverfield Lane. It is directed by Dan Trachtenberg, and I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce his name, but I do know how to pronounce the title of the movie, and I gotta say that this movie does really start. It really starts with a woman, Michelle, please don't leave us. She's like, alright, I'm gonna go to a place. I'm gonna run away because I don't want to be with you no more. My good old ex-boyfriend at this point. And you got the ex-boyfriends calling her, like, oh, she's suddenly just packing and then leaving, and then, oh, she looks down while she's driving, by the way, which is, like, the worst thing ever. She's, like, a good, like, 5-10 seconds just, like, really staring at the phone while you got the phone just going, oh, brr, please answer me, brr. And she's like, alright, no. She answers the phone, bam, oh, please come back, please don't leave, just because we had an argument, come on, don't you know that couples really do the arguing all the time? And of course, she's like, I don't want any of that, I'm gonna go hang up on you, and so she does, and she does some more driving, and guess what happens? Oh no, the boyfriend calls again, she looks down again, which really angers me, because it's like, keep your eyes on the road. Accidents are caused by two mistakes. You not looking and the other driver not looking. So now there is just an added bonus of if you suddenly get into a car wreck, I believe it is your fault. And guess what she does? She gets hit and then she flips over, does a loop-de-loop, goes backward. It's like a whole roller coaster. And she lands on her back and is knocked unconscious. And I'm like, you deserved it. You should have been looking at the road. And why does she wake up in an underground bunker chained to a wall with like a leg brace? And I'm like, oh boy, your leg is bracing. That means either this is some weird horror movie bind thing or your leg is broken. And that honestly seems like the case. She has an IV drip that she uses to grab her phone. She has no service, obviously, because you're in an underground bunker, by the way. And of course, we have good old pal friend. Howard is his name, by the way. It's the guy that really gave her food, took her down here. He's being a little ambiguous. She's like, please don't hurt me, what am I doing down here? He's like, well, to keep you alive. And then he kind of leaves the food there. I'm like, dude, that's not really much of a answer. I mean, I completely understand you did answer the question that she was asking, but she's going to not trust you. She obviously doesn't trust you. And even though you do give the key to the handcuffs on her leg, she also has this cool little crunch. What is it called? The walker. I'm gonna call it a walker because crutches. That's what it's called. So she has crutches now that he gives them. You know what she does? Oh no, I'm in immediate danger. Even though he's giving me food, I'm going to file down the crutches and use it as some sort of way to stab him. And she's just waiting. And oh no, is he gonna come? Is he gonna come? Let me guarantee that he does come. I'm gonna set something on fire. I'm like, how did you set something on fire? I mean, I know you're a very, ability to use the objects around you for your defense. I mean, your skill level on that is very up high. But unfortunately, the guy comes, Howard, she's about to stab him, she misses, bad on her, and she gets drugged. And then she wakes up, and the guy is like, dude, come on, I'm trying to help you, okay? And he tells her about all this stuff that's happening outside, like, there have been attacks, it might have been, insert conspiracy theory. He's a conspiracy theorist, but he's saying, the air is dangerous and everyone's dead. And she hears cars running about, so she's not trusting him at all. There's also Emmett. Emmett's cool. Unfortunately, he stumbled his way into the bunker, and luckily, his arm is broken. I don't really think that's much luck to him, but now it is Michelle, Emmett, and Howard, and they're here to live. Yeah, Emmett is talking to Michelle. Michelle is talking to Emmett again, and Howard gets really jealous and is like, no talking at the table because they're eating dinner. And she's like, I'm gonna get him mad, get him real close, and then I'll take his keys. And then she does, and then she runs up to the airlock because he has like this, not an actual official airlock, but it's like a double door. You got a door that prevents anyone from coming in or outside the bunker, and then there's a secondary door that is inside the bunker, but not the bunker. You know how airlocks work? Yeah, it works like that. So she goes up to the outside door. She's about to open it, and then bam, 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 let me in, bam, bam, bam. Her face, the woman's face who comes up and pounds on the bunker door, her face is just like melted off. I'm like, woo, this is wild. And of course, Michelle is like, oh, this is real. Oh boy. Oh no. I guess I'll have to trust Howard now. And then there's a fun little montage of them, all three of them having a good old grand time, including playing with puzzles, which some pieces are missing, unfortunately. And I'm just like, man, if I were in an apocalypse, I think I would just not risk going up and instead just entertaining Howard's ideas. And if I'm suspicious of him, I won't say that I'm suspicious of him like Michelle does. And speaking of living, the life support system is no good. The air filtration system. By the way, Howard is known by all of his neighbors that he is the one that prepared for the apocalypse. Now, all of his neighbors are trying to come to him, but it's like, yeah, you should have prepared. I agree with Howard on that. Y'all really should have prepared, and now you guys are dead. Except for Howard. But, you know what happens? Oh, crawl in the vents, please. Michelle crawls into the vents, turns on the air filtration system again, and she notices help scratched on the very top of the bunker, because this area has its own hatch, and help is scratched, and blood. And I'm like, oh, this isn't good. I don't particularly enjoy that Howard is actually a bad guy, actually. I was thinking at some point that Michelle's attempts to attack somebody who was helping him, who was helping her, I was just like, that seems a little fishy. Michelle, why you gotta really resist his help? I mean, come on, he's just trying to help you, but no, you have a reason to hate him. And I'm like, oh, dang it, now I actually do have a reason to hate him. He took this girl that went missing a couple years ago, claimed it's his daughter Megan, but actually, seeing that Emmett knew this chick, that Howard showed a picture of this chick to Michelle, and Michelle is showing this same picture to Emmett, and Emmett's like, oh, that's not his daughter, no. He never actually had a daughter. And I'm like, oh no, he kidnaps... no, the kidnapping has commenced. He's a kidnapper. This is why he has a bunker, not for the apocalypse, but it's because he kidnaps people. Kidnaps women specifically, and that is no good. And so we got Emmett and Michelle are conspiring against him. Oh, let's have him throw away the shower curtain because there might be some waste on it. And they take the shower curtain, they start making a hazmat suit of it, and it's pretty cool. But Howard, big old brain, oh, we see these cool little scissors. Let's drop them in some corrosive acid. That I'm like, how long have you been using this acid for? Oh man, how many bodies have you put in that acid? So he's got this big old barrel of acid. He's like, I'm gonna put one of you guys in this barrel of acid if you don't tell me what you're gonna do with this. And so Emmett's like, oh yeah, I was gonna make a weapon and to get that gun of yours. And rightfully so, you know what Howard does? Shoots him. First I was startled because like, oh, I wasn't expecting that much of a response, but then I was like, if Emmett is going to say to your face that he's creating a weapon, you should probably kill him because he's planning to kill you. It's a free-for-all in this bunker. And luckily, Michelle has prepared this moment while she's pushing down the good old barrel of acid, and Howard is unfortunate to fall into it, and she had created this hazmat suit that Howard is like, oh, hey, I know what you're doing, this is not good, why are you doing this? And also, it's super fun. Okay, so she's running away from Howard, and Howard his face is just melted, and everything is on fire, and she's escaping through the air vents, and he's poking holes in the vents with a knife, and I'm just like, wow, please do not get stabbed. And she almost get caught. Her leg almost gets caught, and I'm like, okay, first of all, why did you put the hazmat suit tied to your ankle? You should have had it tied to your hand or something. Push it in front of you. If you somehow get the hazmat suit taken away from you, like taken away from your leg, you can't go backwards. Then you're screwed. And Howard could just cut the connection between you and the hazmat suit. Eventually just leaves by, let's do this cool little trick that Howard taught me for instant cooling. Take this aerosol can and really just spray the aerosol can on the lock until it breaks, and then she's all prepared. I love her outfit. It's awesome. It really helps with the fact that she's a fashion designer, and she also knows how to stitch because she had to stitch a Howard wound on her head caused by the commotion caused by the keys when she stole the keys. She's looking up, I'm in an area which doesn't look super bad, but also, look, there's birds. She takes off the mask, and she sees this ship, and I'm like, oh, there's aliens. And the bunker explodes, which causes the ship to come over here and start spraying this gas, start sending this weird creature, which is so disgusting. I'm just like, I'm so grossed out. Please do not come near me, weird alien creature. And she even lets herself be in the truck that Howard is at, which, by the way, Howard caused the accident. Oh man, I'm just like, was he planning on it, or was he just being frantic? I don't quite trust his words when he said he was being frantic and hit her because of the franticness and not because it was deliberately on purpose. But she's like, I'm gonna stand in this truck. And the entire time as the ship is grabbing the truck with its weird tentacle arms, and I'm just like, wow, you're not the type to just sit back and watch. You're the type to find a way to defeat this thing. Let's take this bottle of alcohol, let's make a Molotov cocktail and throw it into its face, and then it explodes, and then she leaves using her car. And I really like this ending. She's driving down the road, and there's a radio. It's like, hey, survivors go to this place, go straight, but if you have combat experience or medical training, go left. She backs up after hearing this and goes left towards Houston. That's where the left is. And I'm like, this is hilarious because I don't know if your combat experience is what they're looking for, or professional medical training. You can stitch somebody's head, and you just were taught then when you had to stitch Howard's head. That doesn't make you a qualified medical expert. It doesn't do that at all. But I really do like the fact that she really just wants to fight. She's a big old fighter, and I really like that about her character, and that's how the movie ends. She's going to fight off, and you got a big old alien ship. I'm like, how many aliens are there? I really wasn't expecting the alien ship. I really like the use of the one spot until the end. I really enjoy the bunker. Just seeing Michelle just being distrustful the entire time. First I was like, man, why you gotta be so distrustful? After the initial, she was kidnapped, please get out. And then I was like, well, this guy's gonna help you. And then after she discovers the help me, I'm like, okay, well, screw this guy. This guy deserves to die, and then that's what he does. And overall, I like the effects, especially with the gas. The gas at the end is pretty cool. And the aliens are rad. Oh man, the aliens. Oh man, also, just the bunker itself is so well thought out. I actually love the bunker. I'd love to have a bunker like that someday. And so, because of the amazing bunker, I gotta give this film a solid 8.5 out of 10. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. The goal of this channel is for me to become an expert film watcher. So, if I haven't reviewed it on the channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. So, request a movie for me to watch in the comments below. Or you can fast track that request at patreon.com/ASCpresents for $20 a month. You get one movie review per 1 month. $3 a month gets you some daily vlogs. Hey, that's pretty cool. How neat is that? So go to patreon.com/ASCpresents. And if you'd like to support the daily grind of movie reviews, or to see my NSFW content, go to this link tree right here. It really helps all of these things keep going. It keeps them all going, keeps a nice, smooth running pace, kind of like the generator in Howard's bunker. So yeah, go to this link tree right here, and I'm gonna watch a ton of movies. And go here, and it will help. Until next time, I'm in Salad Saw. I'll see you later, my salad croutons and bacon bits.